highlights 3 core words that are essential to this whole philosophy. So let's not just read dictionary definitions for them.
No, let's use them in context.
Let's do a live vocabulary burst right here on the deep dive.
Perfect.
So the first word they focus on in the guide is habit.
Okay, so a habit is a noun. It means a repeated action. It is something you do so often that it becomes totally automatic.
Like brushing your teeth in the morning.
Exactly like that. And the context sentence the guide provides for this is, learning English is a good habit.
Learning English is a good habit. But why focus on this specific word? Like, why is habit so important to the 15-minute plan?
Because a habit actually changes your brain chemistry.
Really?
Yes. When you first start learning English, you have to use a lot of motivation. It feels like very hard work.
Oh, definitely.
But if you do your 15-minute plan at the same time every single day, maybe right after breakfast, it becomes a habit.
Right.
And after a few weeks, you don't need that heavy motivation anymore. You just do it automatically without thinking.
So the context isn't just a sentence to remember. It's actually a strategy.
Exactly.
Learning English is a good habit reminds you that the goal isn't just studying. The goal is changing your daily routine.
You've got it.
Awesome. Okay, that brings us to the second core word in our burst. The word is blueprint.
Yes. And as we discussed a little earlier, a blueprint is a noun. It means a very detailed plan.
Right, the map for the house.
Right. And the guide's context sentence is, this deep dive is your fluency blueprint.
This deep dive is your fluency blueprint.
You know, why does having a blueprint save us so much mental energy?
What do you mean?
Well, I notice that when I don't have a plan for my day, I spend like 10 minutes just deciding what book to read or what video to watch.
Oh, that is a great point. That is actually called decision fatigue.
Decision fatigue. Yes. It just means you get tired from making too many choices. If you have to choose what to study every single day, you get tired before you even start learning.
Oh, wow. That makes so much sense.
But a blueprint completely removes the decisions. You just wake up, you look at your plan, and you follow the steps. 5 minutes of vocabulary, 5 minutes of listening, 5 minutes of speaking.
You don't have to think about it at all. You just pick up the bricks and build the house.
Exactly.
Okay, let's look at the third core word for our vocabulary burst today. The word is active.
Active is an adjective, and it means doing something by your own choice. It means using your own energy rather than just sitting back and watching things happen around you.
Okay, and what is the context sentence?
The sentence is, we need active output every day.
We need active output every day. You know, it seems like active is the exact opposite of just sitting back and hoping English magically enters your brain.
Yes, exactly. Making your own choice to practice is what triggers real learning in the brain. You can't just be passive.
Right. Okay, so we've talked about the vocabulary burst. And the guide also has listening training, where you actively repeat what you hear. But I really want to focus on this last step, the active output.
It is the most important part of the 15 minutes.
Because active output is the third and final step of the blueprint.
Yes, this is where you actually use what you've learned. You stop taking information into your brain, and you start putting information out into the world.
Output, like speaking or writing.
Exactly. You must create something of your own. You can write a short sentence in a notebook about your day. Or you can speak out loud to yourself in the mirror.
Using the new words from the burst.
Yes, using the new words.
But, you know, I know exactly what many listeners are thinking right now.
What's that?
Speaking is terrifying.
Oh, yes.
Especially for beginners. The fear of making mistakes is just huge. People are so afraid of using the wrong grammar or maybe mispronouncing a word.
Very common.
So instead of trying, they just stay quiet. They say nothing at all.
It's completely natural to feel that fear. I mean, in traditional schools, we are taught that mistakes are bad. We take a test, and the teacher uses a red pen to mark every single error we make.
Oh, I hated that red pen.
We all did. We are trained to want a perfect score.
Right. We think, if I can't say it perfectly, I shouldn't say it at all.
But the guide has a truly beautiful philosophy about this. It gives us a fantastic quote to remember.
Oh, this is the quote.
It says, "No rush. Have a go. Your message matters more than the mistakes."
Wow. Let's really think about that. Your message matters more than the mistakes.
That is so powerful.
It completely changes how you view learning a language. Because the true goal of learning English, or any language, is not to have perfect grammar.
No.
It's not to pass a paper test. The goal is human connection. You have an idea in your head, and you want to put that idea into someone else's head.
So, like, if I travel to a new country, And I go to a busy train station and I say, excuse me, we're train for London.
My grammar is terrible. I miss some very important words. But the person points to platform 4, and I get on the right train.
Exactly. Did you succeed or did you fail in that moment?
Well, I succeeded.
You succeeded. You communicated your message. The person understood you. The missing grammar didn't matter at all in that moment. You connected with another human being and you got the information you needed.
Your message matters more than the mistakes. That takes so much pressure off the learner.
It really does.
You don't have to build a perfect house on day 1. You just need to lay down a few bricks and see if they hold together. You can just relax, try, and have a go.
Yes. When you remove the fear of making mistakes, active output actually becomes fun.
Really?
Yeah. You spend your last 5 minutes of the routine just trying to communicate a thought, write a bad sentence, speak a broken sentence out loud.
Just do it.
Just get the words out of your head. The accuracy will improve naturally over time as long as you keep using your 15-minute blueprint every day.
Okay. Let's take a step back and look at the big picture of everything we explored today. We started this deep dive talking about that heavy, frustrating feeling.
The feeling of being totally stuck.
Right. Working hard, but getting nowhere with your English.
And we discovered that the answer is not forcing yourself to study for hours until you are just exhausted.
No. The answer is not staring at long, boring lists of words without any context. The answer is incredibly simple, but you have to be consistent.
It is all about having a clear system, a 15-minute blueprint.
Yes.
You spend 5 minutes learning vocabulary and context, using real sentences so the words stick in your brain. You spend 5 minutes doing active listening. And you spend your final 5 minutes on active output, creating your own sentences and totally ignoring the fear of mistakes.
And because it's only 15 minutes, you can actually build a real habit. It's amazing how a simple shift in how we approach a problem can change absolutely everything.
It really is amazing.
So, as we wrap up today, I want to leave you, the listener, with a direct challenge. And it's the exact challenge from our source material today.
It's a great question.
I want you to ask yourself, what language learning habit are you going to start tomorrow? When are you going to find your 15 minutes?
Will you do it with your morning coffee?
Or during your lunch break? Decide right now.
Make the plan today so you don't have to think about it tomorrow.
I want to leave you with one final thought to mull over. We've talked entirely about language learning today, but think about this.
Okay.
If taking just 15 minutes a day to follow a clear blueprint can completely change how you learn a difficult language, what else could it change?
Oh, that's a really interesting question.
What other huge, overwhelming goals in your life might suddenly become possible? Maybe you want to learn to code.
Or maybe you want to finally write that book you've been thinking about.
Right. Or get in shape, or learn to paint. We often fail at these things because we try to do everything all at once.
We do.
What would happen if you stopped randomly hammering pieces of wood together and instead built a simple, focused, 15-minute blueprint for those dreams too?
A daily repeated action built on a solid foundation is powerful enough to change almost anything in your life.
It all starts with the blueprint. Find your 15 minutes. Take that first step from 0 to 1. Don't worry about the mistakes. Just get your message out there. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Keep building, and we'll catch you next time.